Good morning, guys. I don't know where the day has gone. It's already time to go work out, so I'm introing this vlog very late today. But yeah, today is our favorite day. Today is back day. We're going to be hitting deadlifts at 310 pounds. That's really light for me, so I don't know how we're going to make it harder, but we're going to find a way. And then we're going into a crazy back bicep pump workout with the new Olympic barbell. So I'm going to use it probably for almost every movement because I'm just in love with it right now. And then on top of that, I want to talk briefly about nutrition. Not something I've been showing a lot of. I'm going to try to show more of it in the upcoming videos. Obviously today, not the best version of that because I've eaten all my meals and not filmed any of it or talked about it. But the real key when we're in quarantine for getting your gains, hitting your summer body, it's going to be eating properly. You know, some of us might not be able to work out the way we want to, but that doesn't really control what we're going to look like this summer. What really controls how you're going to look is what you're eating and your eating habits right now. So I'm going to give you guys just some of the basics that you can do, and then I'll show you some examples in future videos of how I'm applying those basic principles. But I'm going to run you through my macros, how many meals a day I eat, and kind of my philosophy behind the whole idea of nutrition and dieting itself. All right, so right now I am 186 pounds. That puts my cutting macros with my age, my gender, and my activity level right at around 23 to 2400 per day, calorie-wise. So that makes my macros, for me, 250 carbs. I like to have about 0.3 to 0.4 grams per pound of body fat. So right at around 70 to 80 grams of fat in my diet. I like to eat close to a gram of protein per pound of body weight. So around 186. The wrong time to try to do all this. All right, so yeah, that is how I calculate my macros. The easiest way for you to do it would be to follow those ratios that I gave you. 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of body weight for protein, 0.3 to 0.4 grams per pound of body weight for fat. Fill the rest of them in with carbs. The easiest way to find your calories that you're looking for, go online, look up macronutrient calculator. There's a million of them online. It's a complicated calculation, so they make it easy. You just plug in the stats you're looking for and they help get you in the ballpark. And then from there, it's trial and error, right? If I do 2,400 calories for a week and I don't lose any weight, well, then I know I must have calculated something wrong, so I'll just lower the calories to 2,300. If I do that for a week and now I've lost a pound or two, then I know I'm on the right track. The other part, meal timing, number of meals per day. In the long run, meal timing does not really matter. If you're focused on meal timing, you should be like a professional bodybuilder getting ready for a show, because that's when maybe those things matter. If you're a normal person trying to lose weight, don't be focusing on that. Be focusing on what you're eating. And number of meals per day. I like doing smaller meals per day because it helps me, and I don't even necessarily call them meals. So a lot of them are just like snacks. But I will do breakfast, and then the biggest gap I have is probably between breakfast and lunch, and I just don't like to eat a lot in the mornings, and that's why. But then I'll have lunch, and then I'll have a pre-workout meal, a post-workout meal, and then like a last meal at the end of the day. And most of them tend to be about 3 hours apart, 2 to 3 hours apart. And it just, if I keep having tiny meals, it stops me from snacking, and it stops me from having like a big cheat meal at any point during the day. So for me personally, that's how it works best. But I would always advise like having a good spread of meals throughout the day and keeping them to like a relatively, just a satisfying portion amount. Because if you feel full and you eat low calorie dense foods like vegetables and some good fruits, some nice sweet fruits that'll fill you up, like that's gonna help you feel full. When you feel full, you're less inclined to cheat. So like eat your good stuff first and eat it often, and the next thing you know, you won't be like hungry and trying to cheat all the time. That's my 2 cents on it. All right, 310 on the bar. We're gonna call it 315. Vlog style today. Johnny's building his computer, so he's got a lot on his plate, and it's pretty cool, but it's very busy. And you know, it's stressful when you're building tech. So we're taking it over vlog style today, you and me. Just you know, give me a word of encouragement every once in a while. It'll feel just like every other video. So without further ado, I'm not gonna talk a lot. Let's just hop into it. Let's put some work in. There's nothing worse than deadlifts for volume. I never like going more than 8 for rep work, but this is pretty light. So I figured let's work on conventional deadlift. What? Let's work on conventional deadlift for a little bit. Maybe to make it harder, we'll do pause deadlifts, deficit deadlifts, anything to make it tougher over these next couple of weeks. But I'm not complaining. It just feels good to be able to deadlift. All right, so now that we're done the deadlift portion, I've put straps on. Straps aid your grip in any movement where you're pulling, because you want to pull from the elbow. You don't want your grip to necessarily always be part of it, especially if you're trying to build your back. So on the deadlift, I like to build up my grip because for a top single without straps, you need a very strong grip, so it's good to practice it at times. But for the rest of the movements, I want to build my back. I'm not so worried about my grip, and I've already taxed it doing the deadlift without it. So I'll put these straps on and it'll allow me to pull from my elbows without my grip strength and my forearms being a limiting factor and get more out of my back. So that's a little behind what straps are. They take your grip out of it and why you use them. You use them to focus more on your back when your grip is a limiting factor. So just finished up with back. I don't know if I remembered to film the lat pullovers, so if I didn't, I did lat pullovers to end it. I'm just like spaced out this workout. I don't know, this is the first time that like, I guess dieting is hitting me. I'm like a little foggy and not quite in it. Probably because I didn't eat a lot today, but biceps, you can't neglect the biceps. So we're gonna hit, I think, dumbbell curls. Let's do dumbbell curls and then plate curls. Do you agree? You're in out of room to run. Classic. I don't know why I'm so tired. We got one more exercise. Plate curls. One big, massive drop set to end it all. And then we're done. I'm gonna go to sleep at like 6 o'clock. All right, let's do this. All right, guys, that's it for today's workout. Bit of an off day today. Just been busy with work, and I don't know, the energy was low, but I feel better now for coming in here and doing it, even if it wasn't the best work I ever had. It's the moral of the story, guys. Get in here, do what you can every day. Even 1% is exponentially better than doing nothing. So if you've been on the couch today, you haven't gone and done your workout yet, you haven't used your bands, haven't done some push-ups, haven't gone for a light jog, whatever it may be, shut it off now and go do it. I guarantee you, you'll feel better for having done it. All right, guys, I'm gonna go eat, edit. As always, we'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Peace.